This call is now being recorded.
Okay, good morning students. Welcome to the class Supply Chain Management. This is our 8th class. Okay, in this class we are going to discuss on the competitive strategies followed in the supply chain. Okay, the previous class we saw something. Today we are going to discuss on the 5th topic, competitive strategies. Okay. In the next class, we are going to discuss on the drivers and obstacles, and we are closing the unit 1 with that. Okay. Now, just a small recap. The best example of supply chain are the Amazon, eBay, Walmart, Alibaba.com, Flipkart. These are the best examples of supply chain. Supply chain means uh, it is to enhance the profit and to satisfy the customer. So whatever the strategies, whatever the decisions we are taken, only to enhance the profit and to satisfy the customer. Okay. So what is supply chain means? It is the process involving direct and indirect activities from scratch till the supply of the product or the goods to the customer is called a supply chain. Okay. So this and all the things what we discussed in the earlier classes, who are all involved in the supply chain we discussed. And the main primary scope of the supply chain is to enhance the profit and to satisfy the customer. There is lot other secondary scope of the supply chains are there. So the secondary scopes are mentioned here. Okay. So next thing is the importance of supply chain. We discussed more than 20 to 25 points, important points of the supply chain. Why the supply chain is necessary, or what are the functionality of the supply chain? Is it essential like that? And for each and every topic, we discussed some examples also. Not only the single example, more than one example also discussed in that thing. Okay, in the exam point of view, you have to explain the importance with example. Minimum you have to write 6 to 7 points at least. Okay, and these are the importance of the supply chain. Next, we are coming to the evolution of supply chain. Okay, the supply chain process. The supply chain process started from the initial era in 1950, 1980 introduction era, next concurrent globalization, optimization, IT era, agility era, JIT era. Now we are having the decentralized era. This is what we called as blockchain is the best example of decentralized era. Okay, if you take the evolution of supply chain management, in different books they are giving different views. Okay, some of the books may not have the introduction era, some of the book may not have the globalization era. So based on the authors, this evolution of supply chain vary from book to book, textbook to textbook. So don't worry about those things. The prescribed textbook given to you, based on that only we are preparing the material. Just to follow this thing, because Anna University answer key will have only this content in it. Okay, so just to follow what we are discussing in the class. Okay, don't worry about the content given in other textbooks. Okay, next we are going to discuss on the design phases in the supply chain. If you take the design phases, there are 3 phases are there: supply chain strategy, supply chain planning, and supply chain operations. Okay, supply chain strategy in sense the decision taken for the activity or the strategy going to happen after 1 year. Okay, this may be 1 year to 10 years or 20 years or 30 years like that. Best example, construction of the bridge, construction of the warehouse for Amazon, or buying a aircraft for the military applicants. This and all comes under the supply chain strategy. The decision taken for more than 1 year. Okay, next thing is supply chain planning. This is based on the decision taken based on the interval of 3 months to 1 year approximately. Okay, in this thing we are going to do, best example is RD discount. Okay, this they will plan in advance. So like that it goes. That is for a medium period we are going to select the supply chain planning decision making process. Next thing is the supply chain operation. This is the instant decision making. Decision for a day or decision for a week time is called as supply chain operation. The best example is the vegetable markets. If you go in the morning, you will get the higher rate. If you go in the mid noon, you will get the lower prices. If you go in the evening, still lower prices. This decision taken by the vegetable vendors, okay, instantly. So this type of decisions taken comes under the supply chain operations. Okay, why they are segregating like this means each and every criteria have some procedure, have some rules to be followed, have some restrictions or constraints. Okay, while taking the decisions, the concerned owner of the supply chain or the link owner of the supply chain has to follow all the rules, has to consider the constraints, has to follow the decision making procedures. Based on that only they have to take the decision. Okay, for example, if you take supply chain operation, vegetable vendor we discussed. Okay, if the one vegetable vendor decided to give the tomatoes at the rate of 5 rupees per kg, but if all the vendors are giving at 8 rupees per kg, he cannot take the decision to give it at 5 rupees. He has to see what is the surrounding. Based on that only he has to take the decision. So there is some procedures are there. That procedures, the calculations are there. Numerical calculations also there. The numerical calculation, procedures, rules and regulation, constraints are not in your syllabus. So we are not discussed those things. Okay. Next, we are going with the competitive and supply chain strategies. In the last class, we started this topic and we are going to continue this topic in this class. Okay. In this thing, we are going to 5 points. One is the type of competitor strategy. Second is the set of customer need. Third is the customer satisfaction. The points 2 and 3 seems to be the similar, but it is different. Okay, we will discuss the latter. Reducing the cost of the product, increasing the value of the product. By doing these 5 things, the supply chain or a company can succeed in the globalized market, in the globalized supply chain system. Okay. Okay. In the last class, we discussed 4 types of thing. Low cost strategy, differentiation strategy. Low cost strategy, we saw a lot of the example how to reduce the cost of the product. Okay, by reducing the profit margin, by optimizing the production process, like that we saw a lot of examples. Okay. Now the second phase of the thing is differentiation strategy. Differentiation strategy means producing the product with some differentiation from the existing. For example, if you take a soap, the soap may be blue in color. If you produce it in red in color, it is the differentiation. Or if you change the cover, polythene packing or polythene wrap around the soap and then put it in the cover, it is some differentiation. By doing some differentiation in the existing product, the sales may increases, the supply chain strategy may increases. Okay, so the differentiation may be on the shape. Suppose if you take some shape, it is rectangular in shape, something it is oval in shape, something it is concave or convex in shapes. So shape based. Next is the quality based. We can increase the quality or we can decrease the quality. Okay, so if you take the ATM, while you are doing transaction in the ATM, okay, you will get some receipt, transaction receipt. If you see that receipt, it is printed in a low quality paper and the ink is very, very low quality. Within a day or two, everything vanishes from that paper. Why they are doing means because it is not at all necessary. By seeing, you are going to throw away the transaction sheet. So they are reducing the quality to the maximum extent. Okay, so that is on the quality. Next is the durability, increasing the durability of that product. Next is the reliability, repairability. That is easily repairable by the person itself. For example, in the domestic houses, if there is some leakage in the pipe, we are using your M-seal and we are going to stop that leakage. Is it correct? So that is what we call as repairability. The product should be repairable, easily repairable without any skill by the customer. Such a way we have to produce the product. Okay. Next is the style. We have the ball pens. Each and every ball pen have different styles, different topologies. Okay. Geometry may be the same. Geometry in sense, the size may be the same. Length is same, the diameter may be the same. But topology varies. Okay. And like that, we have to differentiate the product so that only it can be sold in the market and we can compete in the global environment. Okay. Next thing, the features of the product. Example, exterior finish of a component car. Let us take the Audi car and all. If you see the finish, they are spending much more money only for getting that fine finish. Okay. After painting, they are doing honing operation. If you take honing operation for a car, it will took 1.5 days to do the honing. So they are doing only honing 1.5 days to make the perfect finish on the car. Okay, but that finish may not be obtained in other cars like Hyundai or some other things. In the Hyundai or Tata, what they are doing, just they are doing the spray painting and they are just rubbing it over the scrubbers. That's all, finished. But in Audi, it is not like that. They are doing extra operation to make perfect finish. Okay, next is changing the perfume in the powder. Okay, Pond's powder, it has some different perfume. By changing it, the sales will be increased. Next, color of the toothpaste. Okay, the color may be a white, or it may be a red, or it may be a green, or it may be jelly-like. So by changing the color, but the content may not be changed, the chemical may not be changed, but they are changing the color and they are selling the product. So this is what we called as the product differentiation based on the features. Okay, next thing, difference in the quality. Quality means either the quality may be enhanced or quality may be reduced. Innovations, responsiveness to the customer, responding to the customer psychological desires, wide choice of customer, reliability of the product, availability of spare parts. We will discuss one by one. So first thing, difference in the quality. That is already what we discussed. If you take the credit card machine billing, the slip what we are obtaining is a very, very low quality. If you go and take the Xerox shop, Xerox shop, they will give you some bill. That also vanishes in a day or two because they are reducing the quality there. If you take the automobile industry, they are increasing the quality. If you take the food materials, they are increasing the quality. So by changing the quality, we can earn more profit. Second thing, innovations. Innovation in computers, television sets, refrigerators. If you take the Dell computers and all, inbuilt Wi-Fi, inbuilt Bluetooths are available. If you take 5 years back, there is nothing called as Bluetooth. We are used to have the infrared. So using infrared, we are going to transfer the file from one mobile to another mobile, one computer to another computer. At the time, we have to keep the mobile exactly opposite to each other. Then only IR will transfer the data. Now it is not like that. Bluetooth comes. Okay, now you are getting the Wi-Fi. There is lot of share it options are there, share it apps are there. You using the apps, we can share the files or flames, whatever the data it may be, from one computer to the another computer. Okay, that is what we call as innovation. From previously we are using the pen drives, then it comes infrared, then Bluetooth, now Wi-Fi. Now they are using some share it apps. Okay. Best example for innovation is Nokia and Samsung. Nokia refused to change its product, refused to go to the innovative ideas, innovative apps. So now the Nokia company is not in the Chennai. But Samsung, they are ready to do all the innovations. They are ready to copy everything. You can also remember the Apple and this issues. Okay. Okay. So this is what we call as differentiation by doing innovations. Next thing is responsiveness to the customer. Responsiveness means after sales responsiveness. Okay. Okay. For example, if you take Ramachandra Hospital, if you visit a doctor, they will charge around 300 to 500. Okay. If you visit the same doctor on the next day, they will not charge any amount. You can visit the doctor 3 consecutive days at free of cost. After that only they are charging again. So this is what we called as responsiveness to the customer. Okay. If you're doing like this, will the company may met the loss or profit means yes, the company will not met the loss because once if you visit the doctor, it is not necessary to visit it again and again. Very rare cases only you will visit the hospital on the consecutive days. So that only they are doing like this and they are differing themselves from the other doctors and they are attract the customers. Okay. Next is the on-road service by the Toyota. If you are having Toyota car and if the breakdown occurs anywhere, any location in the bypass or in the national highway, wherever it may be, if you make a call, Toyota service vehicle will come there and make the vehicle ready for you. So this is what we call as on-road service. This is what we call as responsiveness to the customers. Okay. Next, responding to the customer psychological desire. What is psychological desire? Okay. For example, Some of them having prestige issues. Okay, they think that they want to be the leader, they are the king, everybody has to be under them. For that type of persons, Pothys is doing a best thing. If you take Samudrika silk saree, it is a unique saree for that unique customer. The same design, the same print cannot be printed anytime. So, if you bought that saree, you are the owner of that saree and you are the monopoly of that saree and nobody will have that design. So, that is what we call as the unique prestige. Okay, next thing, special status. There is a bullet club, bikers club or bullet club. Okay, in Pundamalli every Sunday, early morning, 6 o'clock, if you see at the Karayanjavadi junction, you can have a bikers club. More than 50 or 60 bullet bikes, the peoples are coming there, assembled there, and they are going to take a long ride. Sometimes they will go up to Coimbatore and then return back. Sometimes go to Tiruchi and then return back. Okay, this biker club organized by the bike showrooms. Okay, why they are doing like this means to increasing the interest over the bullets. Okay, so this is what we called as responding to the customer psychological desire. Okay, proud to be have a BMW car or Rolex watch, whatever the watch it may be, it is going to show only the time. Okay, but Rolex watch, it is very, very costlier. So that is the proud. So these things we have to do it. Okay, next thing, wide choice of the customer. We have to provide enough choice to the customer. Okay, best example, Burger Paints. Previous years, 10 years back, if you want to buy the paint shops having only standard colors. Okay, if you want any specific colors, you have to wait. The paint shop owners have to order to their supplier and they will get the different colors. Okay, but now it is not like that. All the paints are having the base color and they will give some mixture, ingredients. Okay, if you want some, for example, fluorescent color paint. Then what they did, they take the base paint, they add the fluorescent additives in that base. So, and they will rotate in a machine. You can see in the paint shop, they will put it in a machine and they will rotate it. After sometimes you will get the fluorescent color. So this concept bought by the Burger Paints. So this is what we call as wide choice of customer. Whatever the color customer asks, if they are ready to provide instantly. So this is what we call as wide choice for the customers. Next thing is the reliability of the product. Improving the future or quality, increasing the reliability. For example, if you take Duracell, what is the main objective or main aim in the advertisement? If you see, it is more reliable than the other available cells. Yes, it is more reliable, but it is more costly also. Is it correct? If you take a Eveready battery, it costs around 8 rupees or 9 rupees. But if you take Duracell, minimum cost itself, it is 23 rupees or 24 rupees. So, increasing the cost, increasing the quality, increasing the reliability will attract the customer. Okay. Okay. And next thing, availability of spare parts, peripherals and accessories. For example, if you take Samsung and Apple mobile phone, if there is any problem or screen get damaged or any microphone is not working, then if you give it to any service center, any local service center, they will change the part and give it to you in your time. Okay, but if you something happened to the Apple phone, it is not possible for you to do like that. You have to surrender your phone to the Apple showroom. They will send to the concerned service center. There only the service happen and then it will come back. It will take a day time or two. Okay, so Samsung is having the good market when compared to the Apple. Similarly, Hero bike and Magendra bike. If there is any fault in Magendra or Rodeo bike or Magendra bike, it is not possible for you to rectify it in the local workshops because none of the local workshop mechanic knows about the Magendra bike concepts or the spare parts will not be available. So that only it is not possible for the Magendra to explore its business in the bike market. Okay, but similarly, if it is take Hero bike, any issues, any bike mechanic can solve it. Any bike mechanic can replace its parts because all the parts in the Hero bike or Suzuki are the standard parts. Okay, even you can take the spark plug of Hero and you can put it in the Suzuki. The bike will work, but it is not possible to take the spark plug of Hero and put it in the Magendra bike. So this is what we call the spares and accessories. So that only Magendra bike lose its market in the globalized sector only because of its spare parts and accessories. Okay. Okay. If you discuss it goes a vast thing. Just time constraint, I'm going to shut it out. Unique taste in hotels, multiple feature in Microsoft Office. If you bought a Microsoft Office, there is MS Word, MS PowerPoint, Excel, Note 1, etc., etc., etc. Okay, multiple feature in a single product. Wide selection, one-stop shopping, special features, halal shops, superior service, one-day delivery like this, full range of service, hospitals, it goes like this. Okay, next thing, we come to the next strategy, best cost strategy. So first thing is the low cost strategy, second is the differentiation strategy, third is the best cost strategy. Best cost strategy means producing the product with high quality and at very low price. Okay, so this is what we call the best cost strategy. Example, if you take Microsoft Corporation, the Windows, okay, the cost is very less, but it is having enormous future. It is a operating system itself, but they are providing at very low cost, or even they are providing at free of cost pirated packs. Okay, so this is what we call as best cost strategy. Okay, if you take Maruti Swift, in the Maruti Swift, many models are available at different rates. If you want to offer higher amount, you can go with higher model. If you want to offer lower amount, you have to go with the lower model. So this is also a best cost strategy, providing the product based on the customer need. Okay. Okay. And next thing, next thing is the focus strategy. This is the fourth strategy, focus strategy. Focus on strategy concern itself with the identification of the niche market. What is niche market means? A market formed only for a particular peoples. Okay, that market others cannot enter into it. For example, if you take Coca-Cola, they are introducing the concept, they are introducing a product called as Diet Cola. Okay, you may heard about this thing also. In some of the malls, they are having this Diet Cola. The name itself, it is Diet Cola. Diet Cola having very less amount of sugar content in it, so that this can be used for the diabetic patients. Okay, so this type of cola can be used only by the diabetic patients. Others cannot use it. So that is what we call as niche market. Niche market for diabetic patient. The Coca-Cola introduced a concept called as Diet Cola. In Mary Biscuit also you can see sugar-free biscuits. Okay, so that is what we call as niche market. This market will not come to the normal globalized market. Okay, best example, Demat account. If you are having Demat account, then only it is possible for you to do the trade. So that is what we call as niche market. Okay, everybody cannot do the trade. So this is the focus strategy. We have to focus on the particular type of customer, and we have to satisfy that particular type of customer. Okay, so this is what we call as focus strategies. Okay, for example, if you take one online, this is about the strategies. Okay, four strategy we saw: low cost, differentiation, and focus strategy, and best cost strategy. Okay, using this four type of strategies, it is possible for any supply chain to compete in the market. Okay, so they have to follow all these four strategies, not a single or two. All the four strategies they have to follow it. Okay. Okay. Next thing, this is the general things that is already we discussed. So whatever it may be. Second topics we are coming to set of customer needs. The first thing is type of competitive strategies. The second concept is among the five. The first is type of competitive strategy. Second is the set of customer needs. Okay. So we have to satisfy the set of customer needs. Why we called as the word set? Because the customer need may not be single nowadays. The customer is expecting more number of needs in each and every product. Okay. Okay. Suppose if the primary customer need is the functionality of that product. In addition to that, they are expecting more. They are expecting some gift items. They are expecting some free service like that. Okay. That is what we call the set of customer needs. So if the companies are introducing some concept like a JIT, Agile, Kanban, Kaizen, Gamba, Six Sigma, Poke, etc. This type of techniques add the quality to the product and satisfy the customer needs. Okay. Okay. Suppose if the customer, for example, in the Diwali time, if you want to purchase a TV, you are expecting some gift from that shop. You are purchasing the mobile. You may argue with the mobile shop owner to provide the tamper glass free of cost, and you may ask to download some songs or some films or some games in the mobile at free of cost. Okay, these are what we call the set of customer need. Actual need is to buy the mobile phone. Apart from that, asking for the tamper glass, asking for the free app, asking for the free games, asking for a data cable of longer length, this and all called a set of customer needs. Okay, okay. Next thing, uh, customer satisfaction. This is the third point. Okay, in the competitive strategy, customer satisfaction from the beginning, from the scratch, we are discussing on this only. Okay, if you see some products inside that, they will give some product catalog papers, which is a very minute letters, or the font size 3 or 4. But it is not possible for us even to read what it is, or it is very difficult for us to find in which language it is. But they are providing it because to satisfy the customer. Okay, discount details. They will send you the mobile. Today we are giving the discount for this product like that, and they are providing some exchange offers. You may take the Suzuki. They will put the exchange offer for sales of the bike. Okay, they will took the bike for 500 rupees to 2000 rupees only. So that will not affect the business, but it will attract the customer. Okay, providing the store cards and concessions. If you go to Pothys, the Pothys will give a card. If you go to Chennai Silk, they will give some card. In the Apollo, they will give some Apollo card. If you purchase and if you swipe that card, the values will be added to that card. You can redeem that values in cash or in some other product like that. So even in ICICI Bank, they are putting the payback points. Okay, like that they are providing something. So this is what we call as customer satisfaction beyond the product. Okay, and in addition to that, they are providing some gift cards, monthly chit schemes. Okay, and parking wallets in high traffic showrooms. Okay, free door deliveries, etc. We can say that in the customer satisfactions. Okay, and next thing is reducing the cost of the product. That is already we discussed how to reduce the cost of that product and all. And next topic, it is increasing the value of that product. How to increase the value of that product means not adding any feature to the product beyond outside world activities are called as value added product. For example, providing a 1 year warranty, 5 year guarantee, 24 by 7 customer care, brand name, ISO seal over the packages. Okay, ISO seal doesn't having any value. ISO only checks whether the process carried out as they said or not. That's all. Okay, but it is giving the certification. So these are what we called as the value added things. Okay, so these 5 criteria are called as the competitive strategies in the supply chain. Okay, and in the exam you have to write all these 5 strategies, and all these 5 strategies have to be followed in every supply chain. Every owner have to follow, and everything has to be done on based on this 5 criteria. Any decision or any strategies you want to implement in the supply chain, you have to follow all these 5 strategies. Okay, if you implement all the 5 strategies without skipping anything and without any restrictions, then that supply chain will move toward the success path, and they will compete in the globalized market. If the supply chain doesn't follow any one or any few of these strategies, definitely that supply chain met with the failure, and the company will not exist in future. Okay. Okay. With this, I am going to stop the class. Next class, we will discuss on the drivers and obstacles. Okay. Professor.